If your financial organization has problems with organizing cybersecurity training and awareness for your IT suppliers, then this video is for you. So I'll show you how to overcome this resistance from your IT suppliers, because they don't think this will be relevant for them, that this will take too much time. But I also show you how to overcome the resistance from your own management, because they think that this would take too much effort and too much cost to organize this kind of a training. And I also show you how using an online training platform could be a very good or very elegant solution to this problem. And after you watch this video, you'll have a clear idea on how to resolve this requirement for training and awareness for IT suppliers that is very specific in DORA, and that you can do this without too much effort or without too much an investment. So let's say that in your financial entity, you are in charge of organizing this training and awareness program for your ICT third-party service providers, as they're called in DORA, but that you know that these IT suppliers are resisting this kind of training and awareness because they say that they are not paid for it, or that their employees are already overwhelmed with lots of tasks, so that they don't have enough time for additional training, or that they say that these DORA trainings are simply not relevant for them as an IT company. On top of that, people who are in charge in your financial organization for those suppliers are afraid that this kind of a demand could actually ruin the relationship with those suppliers, and that your senior management is afraid that organizing this kind of training and awareness will only drain additional resources from your company. On the other hand, DORA is very strict that financial entities need to organize training and awareness also for their IT suppliers. So how to resolve this situation, and how to avoid problems with authorities that are supervising your cybersecurity? One option is to use an online training platform for this purpose, and let me now show you how this works. Okay, this is how this training platform called the Company Training Academy looks like once you log in. And this whole platform is built around this concept of micro-learning. And this micro-learning means that the videos that are displayed to employees are short, so let's say 5, maximum of 10 minutes, and that this training platform sends these videos to employees, let's say once a week, so not too often. So basically this is how this problem of having not enough time is resolved, by sending these videos not too often, and therefore that people don't have a feeling that they are losing too much of their valuable time. And this is also how we resolve this problem of remote employees, because of course they can access this platform from wherever they are. Okay, let's see what kind of videos are included here in this training platform. So you click here Lessons Library, and then you can filter by various criteria. So let's see first what kind of DORA specific videos are included. And you'll see here that there are several, more than 60 DORA videos here. And of course most of these are not really relevant for IT suppliers. But if you search for, let's say, with a keyword, then you'll see that there are actually some DORA videos which are very interesting and very important for IT suppliers to know. So which IT suppliers need to comply with DORA and how, selecting critical ICT suppliers, risk assessment of these ICT service providers, contracts, monitoring, inspection, exit strategies, government oversight. So all of these videos are very important, not only for financial entities, but also for at least the management in these IT companies. Let's try out some other criteria. So let's go not for DORA, but for ISO 27001. And here you will see several, again, videos around 27001. And what is important is that DORA requires IT suppliers to be compliant with a security standard. DORA doesn't specify which security standard, but in most cases this will be ISO 27001. So the point here is that if you are an IT supplier, if you want to be compliant with the ISO 27001, this kind of a training platform can help you teach your senior management and mid-level management and some of the relevant employees about the requirements of this standard. And the third type of videos here are these general cybersecurity awareness videos. So these videos are not related to a particular standard or framework or a regulation. These videos here are to raise a general level of cybersecurity awareness. So this video about passwords is basically relevant no matter which framework you need to comply with. Of course, when you click preview, you can see the preview of this video, and you can see that this video is 5 minutes 27 seconds long. So the point being here is that this kind of a training platform is very relevant for IT companies, not only IT companies that are suppliers to financial organizations, but basically any IT company. Okay, I was showing you this lessons library, but let me now show you how to organize and launch a training program. So I click here, training programs, and click create a new training. Now, what is very important here is that you can actually organize within one account at this company training academy, both the training programs for your employees in your financial entity, but also for employees of your IT supplier. So you can actually segregate these two types of training programs so that you actually pay only one subscription and not two separate subscriptions for this purpose. And in this wizard, then I have to select first the framework. So let's say that I want to organize cybersecurity awareness. So I click the general cybersecurity here, and that I want to organize this awareness training for non-IT employees within this IT supplier company. Because obviously this IT service provider will have both IT and non-IT employees, but we need to organize training for all of their employees. And we also have to be careful to show only the relevant videos to the relevant people in this company. So we're probably going to show different videos to, let's say, their senior management, to their security managers, to their mid-level management, to their IT employees, but also for other, let's say, non-IT employees. So in this case, I'll select security awareness program for all other, meaning non-IT employees. You also see available languages, and then you click continue, and then you can define which country you want to go for, which language, and click continue, and then you will see all the lessons that are included here. So as you will see, there are no ISO 27001 lessons here, only general cybersecurity, which is exactly what is needed for, let's say, non-IT employees. So like remote work, mind of a hacker, privacy, passwords, secure handling of social media, protecting paperwork, basic cybersecurity, hygiene, and so on. Of course, for any of these, you can take a look at the preview of this video. So again, this one is 447. And if you don't like any of these videos, you can simply remove them, or if you want to change the sequence on how these will be displayed to employees, then you can simply drag and drop and change this order here. When I click continue, then you define actually how often you want these videos to be displayed. So let's say that I want one lesson per week, and that I want this to be displayed on Wednesday, and you define the start over program. Let's say that you want to repeat it every 2 years so that they don't forget about this, and then click continue, and then you enter email addresses of employees that need to be part of this training program. Of course, you can enter as many email addresses as you want, and then click continue, and then the system asks you, okay, what do you want to display? So do you want to display only the videos, or videos and quizzes, or videos and quizzes and test questions? And basically test questions is how you measure actually if these employees have understood what they have seen. So then you simply activate the program, and then what will happen is that this platform will start sending email notifications to these employees in the sequence and in the timing that you have defined previously. And with this kind of a program, you actually resolve a couple of problems. So the first problem that you will resolve is the cost. Basically, the cost of this platform is roughly €1 per user per month. So let's say that you have an IT supplier of 50 users. This will be roughly a cost of €50 per month if you train this kind of a supplier. So usually this kind of cost is not really prohibiting. Second problem that you'll resolve is this drain of resources. And basically using this kind of a training platform is very easy. It's very quick to organize a training program. Roughly it will take you 5 minutes to organize this one training program, and then you will automatically receive all the results. You don't need any huge resources to implement and maintain this kind of a program. And the third problem that you'll resolve is this potential ruining of a relationship with the IT supplier, because basically what you're saying to the IT supplier, look, you anyway have to be compliant with, let's say, ISO 27001, you anyway have to raise awareness of your employees, and we are actually providing you here a way to do this without any cost. And on top of this, it will take, I don't know, around 5 minutes per week for your employees, so there is really no significant time loss for this kind of training. So I would say this is a win-win situation for everyone. Now, once all of these employees start going through these videos, then this training platform will record all of these activities, and then this is actually a formal evidence that you complied with the DORA requirements. So when you go for this user management and reporting, you will see here, of course, all the users that you have in your system and exactly what they have been going through and what is their success. And you can see this on the individual level, and you can also go for these training reports where you actually see all the students, all the lessons, all the training program success. And of course, you can also download these reports in a PDF format together with your logo. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions around using this kind of online training platform for your IT suppliers, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. And to access this company training academy that I was showing you, click the link in the description below, and you'll be able to open a free trial account, and you'll be able to test out how this platform works with your IT suppliers, but also with your own employees. See also my next video that shows a detailed overview of this company training academy, and you'll find the link below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel not to miss any of my new videos, and I publish videos about cybersecurity, governance and compliance every week. Thanks for watching!